Welcome, Curious Minds. I'm Mark, and I'm genuinely thrilled to kick off this deep dive with you today. We're coming to you live from our state-of-the-art CogCast studio right here in sunny Miami, Florida.
And I'm Grace, so excited to be here too, guiding you through some really interesting stuff today. Our mission, like always, is to take all this great information you share, find the absolute key insights, and, give you that shortcut to being truly in the know without feeling totally buried in data.
Exactly. And speaking of being in the know, today we're tackling something huge, something we see popping up a lot in the research and articles you've sent our way. It's this question: how do you build a business today with AI everywhere that's not just a flash in the pan, but actually lasts and grows?
It's the critical question, really. We'll be looking at some frameworks that tackle this directly from the ground up, basic business strategy, all the way to bringing AI into the mix effectively.
And this whole exploration, this deep dive, is now officially part of the new CogCast audio series, all brought to you by our amazing team here at Kogya.
That's right. And just so you know what CogCast is all about, it's basically your hub for deep analysis, strategic thinking on AI adoption, how to implement it, what's coming next, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and there's sort of two main flavors.
Right. So you've got frequent episodes led by our visionary Kogya founders, Mohammed and Damien. They often bring in guest experts, sometimes live, sometimes virtual. Really top-notch discussions there.
Definitely.
And then there's this version, the deep dive. This is where we, Mark and Grace, take the reins, guided by AI, to really pull apart specific source materials and give you those focused, actionable insights.
And before we jump into the frameworks, maybe just a quick word about Kogya itself. Because, we're not just talking about this stuff. Our team lives it. We're essentially a one-stop shop for businesses aiming to really sharpen their competitive edge in this AI world.
Exactly. Our mission is pretty straightforward. Take your vision, make it real, integrate AI smartly, cost-effectively, efficiently into how you operate, what you offer.
Guiding entrepreneurs, guiding companies to, execute quickly and see real results, tangible results.
So let's talk about how we actually help businesses navigate this pretty complex landscape.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack this. And a really foundational concept our team uses is something we call the minimum viable business, or MVB framework.
MVB. Now, most people have probably heard of an MVP, right? Minimum viable product.
Right. Get the simplest version out there, test it.
But the MVB is broader. It takes a much more holistic view. It's not just about the product. It's about checking if the whole business model actually works right from the very beginning.
Exactly. You got it. The MVB makes sure you're thinking about essential operations, your core marketing, how you'll actually make sales right from the jump. It's about building something sustainable, something scalable.
Not just launching a cool product that maybe nobody wants or that you can't actually deliver properly.
It's like building a fancy engine versus building a car that can actually drive, find a road, and, importantly, has someone waiting to pay for the ride, that whole ecosystem.
And within the MVB, there's this key idea, especially at the start, what we call the foundational pillars: time, cost, and resource. The real focus there is on speed and efficiency, getting validation quickly.
Yeah, we always stress this. Quality becomes super important later, absolutely. But right at the start, perfectionism can actually kill you. It can be a huge blocker.
Think about the first pancake analogy. You know the one.
Oh, yeah, it's usually not great, right?
Exactly. Maybe the pan's too hot or not hot enough. It cooks unevenly. But you don't just give up. You learn from it. Adjust the heat. Maybe add more butter.
And the next ones are way better, that first one. It's mostly about learning. Maybe you eat it quickly, maybe you toss it, but it makes space for the good ones.
Yeah.
The point is getting something out there fast to learn and iterate, not waiting forever for perfection.
And this mindset, this willingness to learn and pivot quickly, it's just crucial. It saves money, saves time. We've actually looked at some real-world examples that hammer this home. Two cases. Let's call them TechStarter and BizGrowth.
Okay, TechStarter. They were all in on the MVP. Super innovative product. Launched it about 2 years after they started. And get this, they raised a massive amount of funding.
How massive?
$1.75 billion in those first 2 years.
Yeah.
Billion with a B. Made huge headlines.
Wow. Okay, so they must have crushed it.
You'd think so, right? But by 2024, their value was, basically zero.
Ouch. Okay. A painful lesson there.
Definitely. Now, contrast that with BizGrowth. They really embraced the MVB idea from day one. They launched their whole business model, not just a product, only 1 year after starting, and their initial funding. Tiny.
How tiny, like compared to the billion.
Like maybe $15,000 to $20,000. Seriously modest.
Okay, big difference.
Huge difference. But over the next decade, they methodically raised $1.7 billion before their IPO.
Yeah.
And by 2024, their value hit $8.5 billion.
Wow. Okay, that is a stark contrast.
Isn't it? And it really makes you ask, especially if you're building something, why did one fail so dramatically with all that cash while the other thrived, starting with so little?
And the answer seems to be that early holistic validation. Biz Growth nailed the market need and the operational side from the start using that MVP approach. Techstarter had cool tech, but maybe not the solid business foundation around it.
Exactly. They built the whole ecosystem, validated it early. That seems to be the key difference.
Okay, so that makes sense. Build the whole business, not just the product. Validate early. So once you have that solid MVP mindset, then what? Especially now with AI being such a big factor.
Right. That's the perfect transition. Leveraging AI effectively is the next big step. And that brings us straight to our team's AI three-step transformation methodology, which is really powered by our AI canvas.
Okay, the AI three-step methodology and the AI campus. This is basically our core playbook at Kogya for helping organizations actually do AI right, not just talk about it.
Right. Helping them integrate it so it actually lines up with their goals, fits their culture.
And it tackles a problem we see all the time in the research you send us. Employees are often either really skeptical of AI, worried about jobs, or they expect it to be some magic wand that solves everything instantly.
Yeah, unrealistic expectations either way.
Totally. So our approach shifts the focus. Instead of being purely result-driven right away, it encourages more of a learning mindset. Think of AI less like a tool and more like a partner. A partner that needs training, guidance, ongoing collaboration to really shine.
That partner concept is really interesting. So AI isn't just another piece of software you install. It's something you need to integrate strategically. And the AI transformation canvas helps with that.
Precisely. The canvas is like the blueprint. It helps you take a specific bottleneck in your business, a pain point, something inefficient, maybe an opportunity you're missing, and map it directly to a potential AI solution.
Okay.
And by defining these use cases really clearly, it brings focus. It helps you show AI's actual practical value early on, which builds buy-in.
Can you walk us through an example? Like, how would that mapping work for, say, a hotel trying to improve guest experience?
Sure, great example. So, hospitality. Maybe a hotel sees a bottleneck in making stays feel personal. Guests aren't coming back as often, their current process. Someone maybe glances at past stay info, offers generic suggestions, not very impactful.
Right, pretty standard.
So the AI opportunity could be a system that looks at all sorts of guest data, booking history, sure, but also room service orders, maybe even feedback from review sites, social media sentiment if available, and it uses that to proactively suggest personalized things. Amenities, local restaurant tips, maybe a specific type of room they might like next time.
Okay, so the canvas helps break that down.
Exactly. The canvas forces you to define problem. Lack of personalization hurting loyalty. POC scope. Let's try AI recommendations for returning guests at just one branch first. Benefits, happier guests, more repeat bookings, maybe upsell personalized packages. Then you list the current process, detail the AI opportunity, choose the tools like a recommendation engine, maybe some NLP for sentiment. Then identify data needed booking data, CRM. And crucially, who needs to be involved? IT, marketing, the front desk team.
Got it. It's a structured way to plan the whole thing. What about something like retail? Inventory, maybe?
Yeah, retail inventory, classic problem. Too much stock, costs go up. Too little, you lose sales.
Happens all the time.
Right. The usual process relies heavily on past sales, maybe some manual forecasts. The AI opportunity, a sophisticated demand forecasting system. It wouldn't just look at past sales. It pulls in real-time stuff, weather forecasts, local events happening nearby, social media buzz, supplier delays, competitor pricing.
Okay, much richer data.
Much richer. So it predicts demand way more accurately. Again, the canvas makes you define. Problem, inventory chaos. POC scope, forecast top 20 items for Q4. Benefits, lower holding costs, fewer stockouts, better cash flow. AI tools, maybe machine learning for time series forecasting. Data inputs, all the streams we mentioned. And teams, supply chains, sales, data science.
That really clarifies how you go from a general idea, let's use AI, to a concrete, manageable project.
Yeah.
Okay, so this all sounds fantastic for you listening. Once you've got these frameworks, these strategies clear, How do you actually start? How do you bring this into your own company?
That's where our team comes in with very practical, hands-on support.
Yeah, let's talk about those solutions.
Okay, first up, there's our AI Training for Business program. And this isn't just watching videos online, it's live, led by an instructor, and designed specifically for teams, cross-functional teams, department leads, usually about 10 to 25 people in a group.
And the goal is building real capability inside the company, right?
Exactly. The outcomes are focused on empowerment. We make sure your teams understand AI's strategic role, but also get comfortable using top tools. Think ChatGPT, Claude, Make for Automation, Gemini.
They actually use the tools.
Yes. They don't just hear about them, they build things, like AI-generated content or small prototypes. And crucially, they practice using that AI canvas to brainstorm and define use cases relevant to their work across different departments. It's all about applying the learning immediately.
Moving from theory to doing. Love it.
Then, beyond the group training, we know every business is different. Unique challenges, unique goals. So we also offer custom AI solutions.
Tailored stuff.
Completely tailored.
Yeah.
We work right alongside your team, figure out where AI can make the biggest impact for you, and build solutions that fit right into how you already operate.
Okay. Training. Custom solutions. And this leads to something really exciting, especially for efficiency and scale building on all this.
Yes. So think about consolidating all that business knowledge, creating AI helpers for every department, breaking down those annoying information silos. This is where we step into what a lot of your sources are hinting at, the AI Business Operator SaaS platform.
And for our team, this vision has become our new brand, CogZera.
CogZera. So what's the big problem a platform like this solves? Just think about those everyday business headaches. Critical info lost in shared drives, buried in emails, people wasting hours asking or answering the same questions over and over.
Yeah. Huge bottlenecks, slows everything down, kills productivity.
Exactly. And that's where something like CogZera comes in. The core idea is letting you build your own internal AI workforce. You can create unlimited AI agents specialized for different functions like a sales AI, a finance AI, an HR AI, even customer support.
And these aren't just generic chatbots answering basic FAQs.
Not at all. The key is they are trained securely on your company's private data.
Okay, that's the game changer.
It really is. The AI can access information from wherever your knowledge lives. SharePoint, Google Drive, Notion, Slack, Teams, you name it. So it understands your business context, your processes, your history. That makes its answers and assistance incredibly relevant and powerful.
And security must be a big piece of this. Training AI on private data.
Absolutely paramount. You have granular control. Assign permissions based on roles or even down to the specific document level. Only the right people or the right AI agents serving those people can access sensitive info. Plus, it allows for secure collaboration through private channels. It really changes how teams find information and get work done.
So it's like giving every team, maybe even every person, an intelligent assistant that knows your business inside out, freeing them up for more strategic work.
That's the goal. It bridges that gap between just having data and actually using it as actionable intelligence. It boosts efficiency, helps people make better, faster decisions based on real information.
Okay, so let's pull this all together. We've gone from the foundational MVP, validating the whole business.
Right, to using the AI transformation canvas to strategically plan AI projects.
So practical solutions like training, custom builds, and now platforms like CogZera that operationalize AI knowledge. What does this mean for you, our listener?
Well, this whole deep dive really is designed to give you that shortcut we talked about, to help you get genuinely well-informed on building and scaling businesses in this AI era without getting lost in the noise. It's about getting those aha moments.
Distilling these complex ideas into things you can actually use.
Exactly. Gaining that knowledge quickly but deeply. Understanding the different pieces, the strategy, the tools, how they fit together, and seeing how you can apply these frameworks from MVP all the way to CogZera to solve real challenges and drive actual results.
Whether you're just starting out or leading a team in a big company. So what stands out most to you listening? How do you see these ideas transforming businesses? We are just so excited to bring you this new format under the CogCast umbrella.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us on this very first deep dive under CogCast. We really appreciate you tuning in.
Please jump into the comments, share your thoughts. We'd love to hear them. Share this deep dive with your colleagues, your network, and definitely follow the CogCast audio series wherever you get your podcasts.
And yeah, hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of the insights we've got coming up in future explorations.
From all of us here on the team at Cogia, thank you so much for listening, and we honestly can't wait to dive deep with you again very soon.